And good morning, Bitcoin gladiators, and welcome again to my channel. Just as promised, I'm going to give you a review every morning at around this moment. It's now around 6:47 a.m. and I'll be doing one midday and also for the evening in conclusion to the day's market activity. It's very exciting of what's going on. Just to take a look here, just get right into it. I know that my channel doesn't have all the whistles and bells and all of these, things to get your attention, but I don't really care about that. All I care about is really making money. So, the reason why I have this is to help you. I do this every day, free because I want to help you. So, um, taking a look now, I just want to give you an idea. Many people say that the Bitcoin is going to crash, but if you take a look here, and I'm taking a good snapshot of what is taking place. This has been since way November, October even, and you begin to see the trend of Bitcoin where it never crosses this support right here, which is the 52 moving average. So we know that this is going to be the actual bottom if worst case scenario, which isn't that bad considering we know this is an uptrend. So I'm pretty much one of the very few traders that always and will always support accumulating more Bitcoin by buying more contracts going long when it dips. Many people get afraid when it dips. They think that it's the end of the world. It's not. It's actually opportunity. And so since the beginning I've started, every time it would go down, I would buy going up. And all my contracts that I've purchased that are over here are now here. I buy over here and now it's here. And many people, like I was mentioning to you, they begin to get wrecked because they're afraid. But it from the beginning of this whole trend, as you can see, like it happened here, but it still went up, right? So I don't want to discourage you when things are looking grim. It's not looking grim. It's going up and will continue to go up. So you have nothing to worry about. You hope for these to go down. And I'm sorry I'm getting excited because I'm trying to encourage you that everything is going to be great. I mean, there's always a new time high. There's always a higher low. So it will continue to do this. And so now I'm actually hoping it would go down even further so I can buy more. But it's gonna end up coming up, and I'm gonna show you here in just a moment. So I hope this is helpful for you because you know, I get a lot of emails and messages telling me how afraid they are, but don't be afraid because we know by the facts. I make all my decisions based on fact, not based on media. And so let me tell you, every single trader that has been following me that had bought in with the dips here are are rolling in profits. And so now it's coming a little bit down, and everyone again is getting afraid over the weekend when my first clip, I was saying buying at 59, and it went down a little bit. But that's just part of this way in the system that I have. And so I would recommend buy some more Bitcoin and keep buying it because once it's up here, we're all going to be experiencing great profit. So now taking a look at the hourly. Again, mainstream traders are saying that this is a head and shoulders, but for you to have a head and shoulders, there has to be certain criterias, which is, the pattern should be a bearish, a bearish kind of trend. But this is again is not bearish. This is still strong bullish, and so um, this is definitely not a head and shoulders. Okay, so basically, what I want to encourage you again is um, we see a pattern here. So basically, I'm gonna draw these lines so that you can have an idea, whoops, of where we're headed here. And I'm getting excited because, something is about to happen. We're going to see some great gains here for people. See, so this is how I trade it. I look at the basics and I look at the actual snapshot of what's going on. So if you take a look here, there is a specific area of movement that this will go. And if you know where and how it's moving, then it's easier for you to make confident decisions in buying long or short. So when I was looking at this too, my recommendation was once it hits around this price mark, you need to buy more. And so, as we can see, just as I was telling others, once it hits this bottom roughly, you need to buy some more, because what's going to happen is it's either going to come here and then it's going to come back all the way down, but then you just buy it again and it's going to come back up and you've just gained again more profit. So, but this is going to be a little bit different. What I see happening is this is going to be going for a while. I mentioned this pattern of movement with my previous clip. And so as we begin to see this movement, we're going to see it break this line of 59,954 roughly. Once it hits here, it's going to go up. It's going to go up maybe to 62 to 63,000. And then it's going to come back down. But then that's really good because you want that so that you can accumulate more and more Bitcoin. And so what I'm really trying to say to make it simple as I started this is really all you need to know is three things: when to buy, when to sell, and when to lock in your profit. And so right over here, I mean, like for me, I'm making profit and I've been making profit through the month of March, which, March is one of the worst months of trading. So April is historically one of the best months to trade. So it's getting ready for something massive. So I'm trying to encourage you, do not be afraid, because the facts show, and we can see again here, that as long as you know where it's going, then you know where you're going to end up. And so I'm telling you, this is exciting. I'm excited because there's a lot going on. Last, when we take a look at this, over here. So now we're taking a look here, and I always do this, and I don't see any traders do this, but this is a little secret that I have. So within this channel and the vicinity of its movement, these are my three buying positions. If it goes here, I buy more. Once if I miss this and it passes here, then I buy some more here. If I miss this one, I buy it over here. I very rarely miss, but it's very exciting because you will see how this works. And every time, and a little tip, every time I have a line, whenever it hits like 2 or 3 or 4 times, the side that it touches is where it's going to go. So like we see here, it touched 1, it touched 2, it dropped. It touched 1 and went down. Here's almost 1, here's 2, and then it went up. So now we're going to take a look here. Once it hits here, we already know it's going to come down again, buy some more over here. But then once it hits here again, it's gonna go up. And so this week I anticipate a great movement in market. It's already at 58. It's just on its way up, as you can see here. So I highly recommend really taking a look at what I'm saying, because for me, I'm making profits and it hasn't stopped yet. And I've been through like the worst well, categorized the worst type of markets, which I didn't even notice it. And so again, for those who were worried about the downtrend that happened over the weekend, I mean, there are always things that we can't control, like Facebook and the 50 million contracts or 50 million uh, subscribers that had their uh, their data put and exploited online. I mean, that's what caused all of this ruckus because whenever a society loses its trust, for some odd reason, it affects the financials. Like, it's just so bizarre. So I always check the news first, and when I see something not good, I already know it's going to go down a little bit or a lot. But at the end of the day, it always comes up with regards to Bitcoin. The asset of Bitcoin is phenomenal, as I showed you right over here. So I'm not making this up. I mean, we take a look at this, and it has been following this support since almost the existence of this thing, and regardless, even though it goes down, just hold it because we already know that it's going to go up. So other than that, I hope this helped you, and I try to make it simple. I don't want to do too much. I just want to tell you where to buy and where to sell. And if this is what I do. I'm not your advisor. I'm not your financial advisor or giving you advice. I'm just saying this is what I do, and I'm excited because I want other people to experience it. So, all right, have yourself a great day. We'll talk to you around in a few hours here, probably around 1 o'clock, and then we'll take a look and see where we're at. Have yourself a great morning. And remember, if you know where you're going, you know your destination.